Hello again. When the invasion of the Ukraine began 3 weeks ago and mention was made of the possibility of refugees from that country, some people, and I must confess that I was one of them, watched with interest to see how long it would take Africans to jump on the bandwagon and try to use the war as an excuse to enter Britain without any of those tiresome formalities such as visas and so on. We didn't have long to wait. My own money was on Nigerians leading the way, and judging from all those names with lots of O's and A's in them, I'm guessing they're mostly Yoruba, always first in line when scams and swindles are being worked. Inevitably, the cries of racism were raised very quickly, with accusations being made that black people were being discriminated against. Actually, of course, it was men who were being discriminated against, the Ukrainians holding on to that quaint old idea of women and children first, and a number of African men were indeed sent to the back of the queue for trying to muscle in on the first refugee convoys. It turned out, of course, that it was not only Ukrainians who were leaving the country, nor was it, as was at first claimed, just medical students. Many stateless Africans seem to be in Ukraine, and they welcomed the chance to get a free lift in this direction. There are now fresh allegations of racism, and these relate to African students who, having left Ukraine because of the fighting, show a marked reluctance to return to their own countries. Where do you suppose they wish to go instead? Why, that's right, they want to come here. This is where I become a little puzzled. I don't have a legal mind, so it's altogether possible that I am missing something here. But a few days ago, the Guardian newspaper published a piece about some of these unfortunate souls with the headline, "Stranded Nigerians accuse UK of ignoring pleas of black refugees fleeing Ukraine." Now at once something strikes me about this. Nigerians who were in Ukraine are accusing Britain of ignoring them. Let's run through that again slowly. Citizens of country A freely choose to go and study in country B. When they leave country B, they wish to go to country C, and when country C won't take them, they get cross. I cannot for the life of me see why Britain should have any kind of responsibility for Nigerians who feel that they have been compelled to leave Ukraine. They are not British citizens, nor are they citizens of Ukraine. What on earth has it got to do with us? As far as I can make out from reading the article, they feel that they should be allowed to come to Britain rather than going back to their own country because some of them have relatives or friends in this country. As it happens, I have acquaintances who are currently in Nigeria, but that doesn't mean I could enter Nigeria without a visa. British citizens need visas to go to Nigeria, and Nigerians need visas to come here. It doesn't matter how many friends I have in Nigeria, I'll still have to apply for a visa if I want to go there. I have relatives in Canada, but I still couldn't just go and live in Canada simply because I felt like it. Let me quote from the beginning of the article which alleges racism. 2 weeks ago, Alani Ionelova fled Kiev as the Russian invasion intensified. Making her way across Europe, the 24-year-old hoped to be reunited with family in London, yet for 10 days she has been stranded in a French port because she is Nigerian. Ionelova is among a growing number of refugees who claim the British government is ignoring black people who fled Ukraine. She isn't stranded at all. Nobody is making her stay in Boulogne. She hasn't yet applied for a visa to visit Britain. The article continues, Ionelova is staying with 2 other Nigerian students in Boulogne. All three fear returning to Nigeria because of the dangers of kidnapping and trafficking, but say that as non-Ukrainian nationals they are not eligible for the British schemes, despite two of them having family in the UK. We're coming from war and they're telling us that without a Ukrainian passport we can't come to the UK. In short, some Nigerians wish to enter this country without first obtaining a visa, and they're getting ticked off that no one will let them. I'm sorry that these people do not wish to return to their own country, but it is hardly the fault of this country. The word is there are many such people who have drifted to the French coast and are now trying to bargain their way across the Channel. I dare say that if they can't get a visa, they will then adopt the easier method of an inflatable boat. After all, they're only a few miles from Calais.